crazy munchy snack. I'm sitting here about to have my pre-dinner session. Luckily today, Nicole is cooking dinner, so that's clutch. I didn't want to cook anything. I go to the store, take out a few last minute ingredients, and on the shelf they had these Skittles gummies. Now, obviously, we've all had the traditional Skittles, but I didn't know if y'all knew that Skittles came out with this new light thing too. Skittles came out with new gummies, and I felt like you guys, as fellow weed smokers, needed to know. Because we're always looking for new snacks. Sometimes I get tired of eating the same snacks all the time. You know, like I really planned on getting a little bit of ice cream or some gelato at the store when I went. But I saw these. I was like, I feel like that's the move for tonight. I feel like I want some nice Skittles gummies. They weren't a mistake. Sometimes I like to eat a little bit of dessert before I eat dinner, and then I'll eat some more Skittles gummies after. But definitely suggest this. You guys can see my green screen through there. Green screen thing. These, I definitely suggest these to anybody who's looking for a new snack while they smoke. Certainly a great option. Now it's time. So while I eat some of these gummies, roll up a little bit before I eat this dinner and really get to work, because I said I was going to work on some stuff tonight. Today I couldn't stay awake. I took a few naps. It's probably been, honestly, the way I've been eating the last few days. It's actually crazy because the smoking hasn't really changed too much. But I had been eating a lot more home-cooked meals recently, and I went to a couple food trucks the last couple of days, and they've been knocking me the hell out. There's a food truck park right next to our crib that I never go to. I decided to go to it the last few days, and also it's 100 degrees outside, like legit. It's so damn hot now. What's up, Shane? Yeah, I'm good, Shane. How are you doing? Appreciate you tuning in. I was just telling everybody the good news about these Skittles gummies that I found out about. I'm also sitting here watching this Phoenix-Denver game. Right now, Denver's down 7.5 minutes left, pretty much. Quan, they're crazy. Shane, I got you. What's up, Greg? Greg, I saw you comment about the pool, and I do swim, actually. I did triathlon when I was in college, so I do swim. Today, actually, I went out there. I guess inspired by yours, because I've been planning on getting out there, but between the rain and it finally warming up, and now it's super hot. That pool was so warm, but I went out there, got a nice swim workout today. Shane, damn, yeah, it's crazy. Like Kyrie and James Harden out, KD out there alone. Appreciate you guys tuning in, though. I just wanted to let everybody know I got these Skittles gummies. I don't know why. I was just chilling. I also hadn't live streamed today. Like I said, today was a big nap day. I've been chilling, cooling, not doing too much, not even watching crazy amounts of TV. Just really been chilling. Got to get more tomorrow, Greg. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get more in a couple of days, but I've been trying to limit myself some and or at least make sure I get paid before I buy some. It's easy to get in the habit of buying weed, and you just got to make sure that it's not too high of a percentage of what you spend money on, or if you need to spend money on something else. Like I need to plan on taking my dad to a baseball game this weekend with my girlfriend, and I'm gonna have to have money for that, and I need to make sure I'm not smoking that ticket money away. Yeah, I got some. No, they're not edibles. These are literally actual just candy. This is just candy. Which video, Greg? Thank you. I think that's the workout one. I appreciate it, but appreciate everybody tuning in. Gas number 2 in Oklahoma. Best strain I've ever tried. Oh, a baseball game. Yeah. Baseball fan. I'm decently a baseball fan. I like live baseball. And the Astros are always been pretty good in recent years. In light of some people calling them cheaters. Damn, Denver really finna go home. Chris Paul too smart. Chris Paul tired of losing too. Yeah, Shane, gas number 2 is my personal favorite strain. I don't have it. Bird low. Oil's nice. I've been to a. No, I haven't been to a game at Oil Stadium. I've been to a game at National Stadium in DC. Pancakes at Buffalo Week. That does sound rough, Jubex. That sounds like a tough combination. Thank you for the warning, though. Yeah, Greg, I wouldn't say I follow it too much. Yeah, I think we flew into Baltimore when I went. I feel like we flew into Baltimore. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Appreciate you tuning in. Pancakes are overhyped. All food's overhyped and it's not the right place, also. And for me, it's the pricing on pancakes. Like, really, breakfast in general. Breakfast food be crazy expensive at restaurants. And it's not even that I only want cheap food. Like, I like quality food, but all breakfast food is like unbelievably cheap to make. And then all the breakfast restaurants are also very expensive. Like, I've never understood why a lunch meal is why like lunch deals exist and breakfast deals don't exist. Like, you get great lunch deals. You go get a huge $12 lunch, but a $12 breakfast is decent size, but a lot of times it's like, fuck, bro. 12 eggs, like $3. Y'all just charge me 4 for one. If y'all need a snack, this is why I came on here to tell y'all about it. Obviously not sponsored by Skittles. I just found these hoes at the store when I went, and they're crazy. And I'm watching the end of this game, see if Denver can pull it out, see if they can go push to game 6, game 5. I would for sure not have expected them to get swept like this, to be honest. Halo's nice. And what's y'all's favorite Munchie snack? Cake called salt and vinegar, yeah. I like a good salt and vinegar chip. You got the Munchies now. Oh yeah. Maybe one day sponsored by Skittles. Maybe when they accept the weed world, because any company that want to work with me that I can't like enjoy whatever I want to do, it's gonna be tough for it to be sustainable. Because I feel like I'm not ideal for a lot of people at this point, because cannabis is still kind of taboo, and that's what like 80% of my content involved. No, more than 80%, 95% of my content involved. The spicy chicken sandwich from where did you ask? Where'd you get the spicy chicken sandwich from? I'm not a huge salt and vinegar wings fan though, just chips. They need to legalize it everywhere, Shane. I got you, Beast Food. Jubex, it's underrated. I'm not gonna lie. That spicy chicken sandwich from McDonald's, I had it. I've had it a few times now on the app. If any of y'all need to save money and aren't disgusted by McDonald's because their chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich is actually very nice. They on the app they have a buy one spicy chicken sandwich get one free. Upon hard times, two like you get the deluxe, you get the regular sandwich, whatever, but like 2 chicken sandwiches for the price, and one's $1, I think. So it's like for $5 you get 2 chicken sandwiches. Great deal, great deal. If any of you other people are in my tax bracket and sometimes need a cheap dinner, or you need something quick, I can just let you know on the app, buy one get one free almost every night. Right, Shane, but it's just how it is. I understand it, but I'm gonna keep making my content, and whoever in the future wants to work with me or likes my content, that's cool. Whoever doesn't, that's cool too. And it is what it is. I'm not a Nutella fan, Ty. That's what I was talking about, but I'm not a Nutella fan. Hell yeah, Bertlo, that's how it be. I think honestly the whole entire country might be decriminalized by next year. Within the next 2 years. Because Texas is talking about it already. That means in the next couple of years it'll be. And Delta 8 was a loophole thing, though. They were not intending to make Delta 8 legal. Best believe. Like, but I think all weed will be legal here in the next 2 years. And I think it could be recreational legal nationwide in the next, at this point, it's looking like 6, 7 years, maybe 8 in terms of a couple of elections. But it's looking close to like full scale, like all 50 states have recreational weed. Because I didn't think we would get to like 40 medical states this quickly. And the pressure, like the pressure on medical is here, and then the monetary pressure on recreational will start to kick in very soon. Because people are gonna be like, bro, everybody has a medical card, or like nobody has to go to jail for weed. Why not just sell it recreationally? You know, like it's literally just the common sense thing. When medical becomes legal, states are just like, but why is it not recreational? and the Suns closing these men out. Like that's what they do well in the fourth quarter. Is they be closing teams out. It's crazy. Burlow, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. The loopholes of the loopholes specifically with weed for sure, really all drugs. But like the loopholes and the stepped on whatever is always just way more dangerous than the original substance they were trying to ban. Where's Dote expensive, Shane? Like, because here in Texas, Dote isn't very expensive anymore. Oh, disposables and everything are expensive though. That's a convenience thing though. That'll always be like a premium price, even in legal states. Like between carts and disposables, like both might be cheap, but disposables going to be more expensive, even if it's less, just because it's more, like less substance in there, less oil in there, just because of convenience. Because I know, I mean, I've seen a lot of price sheets for that stuff and disposables. That's just the way it is, and you always usually get less in there. Like you pretty much always get less. Because whatever's left in there, whatever, it's like either impossible to smoke it all, like it's clogged or whatever. You can't heat it up more. No, I'm about to eat in a little bit. Probably like 10 more minutes. Because I was watching the end of this game too. Is Jokic hurt? Are y'all watching this game? For real, Shane? That's been like the product that I've said I think I've had like the most luck with. Or Jokic got ejected. Well, Chris Paul took off. I got you, Greg. I don't know what brand you got it from, but Delta 8 wax has probably been the strongest of the products that I've tried. I, I'm not a Israel Adesanya fan like people are, to be honest. I'm not huge on him. I think he has a lot of show, but I don't think he takes a lot of risks, and I think that's why he doesn't. I mean, I don't know. It just felt like I was watching a fighter in like defense mode for real. And I know he's like he says he's picking him apart and shit, and I respect what he's done in the UFC for sure, and like the size he's gotten to, like in terms of his fandom and how he realized like branding himself and the way he is, like with the style bender way and shit, is like a cool branding tactic. But I'm not huge on him as a UFC fighter, if I'm being real. And maybe I've watched the wrong fights, but he's a boring fighter to me, and maybe that's why. But the guy from Mexico called though. He was on his ass. They were talking about how like that weight class is struggling because it's like a non-watched weight class. So he might end up having to go up in weight because he can't really drop weight probably. But still, that dude's cold. He could fight for sure. And I'm glad he got a little bit more of a bag too because those UFC fighters don't be having money at all. Nice for Lord. Hope you get the job. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah. So I think just because I'm not huge on Israel Adesanya, and he was the main fight, obviously. But the runners up were good too. Um, Nate Diaz, that fight was interesting. How he chooses to fight is weird. He's like Rocky almost or something, except it's not a fucking movie. You know, his endurance is unbelievable though. They say he does triathlons. Like that dude's endurance is crazy. That's a bit of shame. I think Jake Paul Woodley should be pretty good. I don't see why I wouldn't. I hope they trade some blows and they're able to stay up because I think people are really starting to see how hard it is to develop a boxing chin. It's not something that you can just get, or you just have even. You have to like develop it over years of being able to take punches and knowing how to take punches and stuff like that. Because the first time they get stunned, they can't fight anymore. Like, see, even the UFC fight, for example, like the reason that uh what's his name was able to stay alive, the guy from the Jamaican guy that fought the Diaz brother, the reason he was able to stay alive, I was reading one was that Nate Diaz still had to respect his striking ability even if he seemed dazed because he had been tagging him all night long. That's one thing. Two, in the fifth round, the Diaz brother was exhausted. And three, he was able to at least keep his wits about him to move around, lean on them, grapple. Like he was able to continue to do that because he was an experienced fighter. Like these non-experienced fighters, they get caught one time and then there's no more. Like, wait, there's nothing. Like they're just done. You need them to get their asses beat. What if they're better fighters than you think? I think Jake Paul has a good chance against Tyron Woodley for real. And Tyron Woodley's chin is pretty much done too, at least in terms of UFC. But it's a reputable fight. He's fighting one of the best UFC fighters ever, like a Hall of Fame MMA fighter. There's not people. I've heard a couple people, not very reputable sources, but a couple people say that it's the same as him fighting the last bum or whatever, and it's not. That last bum was never champion. What definitely wasn't a 5 year champion or whatever Tyron Woodley was. Tyron Woodley defended his belt so many times. You just get old and your chin turns to glass evidently. Like that seems what happens. And other fighters evolve faster than other fighters. It's crazy. You're saying why is it? So you think PEDs are running rampant? And what sport we're talking about in fighting? I think PEDs are running pretty crazy. And what I really think is there's stuff that's still just not banned yet that'll be banned next year. You know, or like I think these trainers in these gyms stay a step ahead of the banning. They just tweak one compound into a new drug. I think there's new methods, but I also think that for a lot of these athletes, especially coming from destitute situations that have no other way and means, I think cheating is worth it. A lot of people would hate to hear that, but I personally think for a lot of athletes um, that have no other way of feeding their children, cheating is worth it. Like those baseball players that would make $100 million, $150 million in their career, and they get caught 10 years in, like the league didn't know what was happening, but get caught 10 years in. I think it was worth it for them to change the entire like destiny of their family. Like they come from the Dominican Republic, take some steroids, hit just 20, 25 home runs in a year, sign a contract, your whole family's changed. Like for the next 2, 3 generations, if you hold your money right. If you don't even hold your money right, you at least live good for 10 years. You know, like achievements, that's for sure. But at the same time, fighting's a whole different thing. Like who are you paying to go see? Like in basketball, there's no undercard when you're watching high school kids play and then middle school kids play, middle school, high school, then college. No, like, and they have to decide what to pay each level. No, you're gonna go there to see LeBron. So it's kind of a different thing. You said taking years off their lives. I don't think that PEDs are as dangerous, or all PEDs are as dangerous as people make them seem either. For real, because I watched, because I even watched, I think it was a Vlad TV about this, about how certain levels of testosterone, like baseball players continue to take them afterwards. Like you can take them forever, and they just, and as long as you're working out, keeping up with it, and you keep a certain level based off of your size, like it's not something that, I don't know. I think some people also misjudge how they think PEDs are used. So those people are superior athletes already, and then these PEDs help them to recover between games. That's really what it does, and allow them to lift and recover and keep doing that. It doesn't actually, exactly. But doctors are regulating them, and I think doctors are regulating these players too. I think it's all organized, especially when you're talking about those early 2000s, late 90s guys. I think those guys are. I think those guys. I'll go as far as saying those guys were organized with the league almost, with like external agents type shit. Like that shit was good for baseball. Baseball was at its height at that point, and they got outed by what Jose Canseco pretty much, and it like went downhill. But um, I think, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, but from what I've seen, like a lot of that type of stuff is really regulated by doctors or highly skilled or people who are trained to work in that field. When we're talking about the pro level, if we're talking about high school kids getting their hands on it and taking it, that's a whole nother thing. But I think professionals have the resources to hire people that, because they don't know what they're also smart enough to know for sure. Because they go sweet. He started it. He started the trend of it like being banned. I like Max Holloway. Max Holloway's dope. Crazy chin. Great fighter for sure. That's wild. Sounds moving on. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Well, Jay's out. Game's over. Appreciate it, guys.